Robin, assalamualaikum, and thank you for coming in a very beautiful barong today.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo. Walaikum salam. Ako po ay nandito sa inyo pong harapan. Ginoong Pangulo, ako po ay gusto ko lamang pong linawin ang ilang mga bagay patungkol po sa napakarami pong lumalabas ngayon. Iba't ibang komento, iba't ibang opinyon na parang ang dating sa taong bayan ay magulo tayo dito. Yun po ay hindi magandang impresyon. Sapagkat yung pong nangyari na ang ating mahal na kasama, Senator De La Rosa, noong siya po ay lumabas dito sa atin, malinaw na po na merong warrant of arrest galing sa ICC. Kung nung mga panahon po dati ay kine-question siya, tinatanong siya kung bakit siya nagtago, ngayon po ay wala ng question. Ako po ay nagsasalita bilang isang artista. Sapagkat ginawa ko na po ang mga buhay ng mga magagaling na tao. Katulad po, nung ginawa ko ang buhay ni Senator Lacson, yung 10,000 hours, pati po yung kanyang pagtatago, yun po ay sa kadahilan ng may prinsipyo siyang pinaglalaban. At ganoon din po, nung ginawa ko ang buhay ni Senator Bato de la Rosa, may pinaglalaban na prinsipyo itong taong ito. Hindi siya kriminal. Ang napakapangit po na impresyon na binibigay, parang tayo dito sa Senado ay nagtatago tayo ng kriminal. Wala pa pong kriminal dito. Wala pa pong napapatunayan dito. At higit sa lahat, Ginoong Pangulo, ngayon lang po natin napatunayan na tama ang sinasabi ng ating mahal na kasama na may warrant of arrest sa kanya ang ICC. Kaya dito po sana, Ginoong Pangulo, nabubura na yung sinasabi na siya'y nagtatago ng walang dahilan. Yun po yung sana ang maging maliwanag sa taong bayan na meron din po tayong adopted Senate resolution. Ito po yung number 44 na malinaw po doon sa resolution na ito expressing the sense of the Senate of the Philippines to protect all Filipinos against extrajudicial rendition and guarantee then a reasonable time prior to their surrender by extradition from the Philippines to seek redress from the courts and avail of legal remedies. So wala po tayong ginagawang kaimposiblihan dito dahil sinusunod po natin ang resolution natin. Dahil siya po, inaasahan natin at meron din po siyang pending na TRO sa Supreme Court. Ginoong Pangulo, sana wag po tayong magkaroon ng mga mixed messages dito. Hindi ko po hinihingi doon sa ating mga kasama na bumoto ng no dito sa resolution na ito na pumanig kay Senator De La Rosa. Pero sana naman, huwag pong idamay ang buong Senado kapag sinasabi na tayo'y magulo, tayo'y katawa-tawa. Dahil tayo naman po ay nasa katwiran. Kung hindi tayo nagkakaintindihan sa katwiran, huwag tayong magsiraan. Dahil tayo naman po sumusuporta kapag tama naman at hindi naman patungkol sa ating bulwagan. Pero pagkatungkol sa ating bulwagan na ang pinag-uusapan, huwag po sana tayong magsiraan. Ito pong pagkakataon nito, Ginoong Pangulo, sana'y maging masaya tayo na nandito na ang ating kasama. Na kahit pinaghahabol, diyan ay pumunta dito at ipinakitang siya ay isang senador. Nung siya ay wala dito, hinahanap. Nung dumating, tatanungin natin, bakit siya nandito? Pambihirang buhay ito. Sana, mga mahal kong kasama, bagamat tayo ay magkakaiba ng kulay sa politika, pagdating dito sa ating bulwagan, proteksyonan natin ang Senado. Hindi dapat pinapayagan natin sa labas ng gate natin may nagche-checkpoint. Ginoong Pangulo, maraming salamat po. Wala kaming tulog. Pasensya na kayo.
I will refer the manifestation of the Honorable Senator Robin to the Padilla to the Committee on Rules and Public Order. But before that, may I make 3 points of information for all of us. Before that, an appeal sa lahat ng naka-video kagabi, whether dito sa labas ng session hall, whether dyan sa baba, dun sa ginulpi na member ng ating Office of the Sergeant of Arms or dun sa labas, please volunteer and submit your video because we agreed with the NBI that they will conduct a fact-finding. The Senate will also conduct a fact-finding. And the NBI director promised us that if any of his agents exceeded their authority, they will be dealt with by law, whether administrative or criminal charges. I'll just finish, Senator Subirmay. So his report was that nangharas daw yung OSAHA, but when I showed him the video, he was also surprised. But of course, there are many videos. So that's my first point, that in reaction to what you said, iba yung magulo Senate, iba yung ginugulo ang Senate. Diba? Kahit sinong tahimik, pag ginulo, magmumukhang magulo. But today shows you na walang gulo. Number 3, I think that is the inherent weakness of social media versus news. Legitimate, I will not use legitimate because everything is legitimate no matter what the platform. But what I'm saying is that when people cut interviews, so for example, I think Senator Trillanes said, anong pinagsasabi ng mga senador, including myself, he gave up. But if you look at my whole interview, ang sinabi ko, ang naging tradisyon at nirerespeto to ng kahit na pinaka mabibigat or pinaka mga administrasyon na inaccused ng paggamit ng kamay na bakal, ay nagko-coordinate first bago nila i-serve ang warrant dito. Number 2, we allow the senator to exhaust all legal remedies. And number 3, in the case of Senator Bato, it has to be a warrant issued by a Philippine judge in a Philippine court. And still, he has to be given the right to exhaust all his legal remedies. And then, ang tradisyon nun is that kinakausap ang senador pagka wala ng legal remedy na respetuhin din ang sarili niyang institusyon, ang Senado, by giving up. Which yun po ang ginawa ni Senator Trillanes at Senator De Lima, pero mukhang meron silang selective amnesia. Nabura yung part where they sought the protection of the Senate, nandun na sila sa pag-surrender. Secondly, lastly, nire-iterate ng NBI na pinayagan silang pumasok, pero sabi ko, siguro naman kahit pinayagan kayo pumasok, walang pumayag na makipaghabulan kayo sa isang senador. So sabi niya, yan daw ang standard pagka ang isang inaaresto ay tumakbo. Ngayon, ang sabi naman namin, look at it from our point of view. May session, we were in session, alam niyong kailangan yung boto niya, tapos hahabulin niyo para hindi makapasok ng session. So, mahaba yung usapan, no? But we and Senator Amy, Senator Pia, Senator Loren were the voices of the institution yesterday. No, I played more of a diplomat mediator role so that we can get to that. So now that they're doing their investigation, I hope the Committee on Rules, Committee on Public Order, or if you refer it to if the pleasure of the body is the Committee on Justice or Rules instead of Public Order, we will get to it soon. But today proves that hindi tayo magulo. Pag hindi tayo ginugulo, hindi tayo magulo. Diba? Senator Zubiri? Yes.
Yes, Mr. President.
Senator
Senator Zubiri and then Senator Marcoleta, Mr. President.
Very quick, Mr. President. Mr.
And then
President, just very
Senator
quick, just to add to the discussion. to weigh in the discussion. Yung nangyari po sa ating OSA yesterday's is, I would say, not just a very sad but tragic experience for OSA. I think I'm looking for the right word. Di ko lang masabi na hindi ko babastusin yung NBI.
Outrage talaga. Outrage.
We're outraged. Thank you, Senate President, for helping me. That we were outraged. He did not deserve that. Ginagawa lang po niya ang tungkulin niya, trabaho niya bilang empleyado at OSA ng ating Senado. There should have been more proper restraint on the part of the enforcement agency. And I commensurate to our staff na low moral yung ating mga OSA kahapon. We must stand by them because these are the people that will give their lives for us if there's anything that will happen in this building. And we should also be ready to give our lives for them, Mr. President. Kawawang-kawawa sila. Kaya I condemn what had happened to our OSA staff and to all the ruckus that they had created inside the Senate building, Mr. President. Tama po kayo. There's always been decorum when these things have happened. It's happened before. We were together when Senator Laila de Lima was arrested here in the Senate. There was, but they served the warrant here initially, and she had asked if she could be served in her home, so she could go home and greet her children and say goodbye to her children. So there's a proper decorum, Mr. President.
Former Senate President, that's exactly
Yes.
what I said. You could have allowed him in the session hall, then informed either the Senate President, the OSAA, or the Secretary of the Senate that there's an arrest warrant. We could have suspended or discussed with you. But instead, you wanted to nab him right before entering. No? So there was much discussion on that. But thank you
Yes.
for your
No,
expression.
we
of
want to
support.
tell the staff, the OSAA that are here today, that we are with them 1,000%. We are with you 1,000%. And if that had happened, that I was around, makipagsuntukan din ako sa kanila, bahala na. Di ba? So, ang akin lang is, Mr. President, may I move, with the permission of the body, that the Senate shoulders medical expenses, Mr. President. Kasi may, na hospital siya, Mr. President. Yes.
Mr. President, if
Thank
I
you,
may,
Mr. President.
if I may, with the indulgence of the good
Senator
former
Legarda,
Senate
yes.
President Miggs, yes. It was with Senator Pia Cayetano that we went to the clinic yesterday and we saw Terence Lim, the OSAA. I will not give the details on which hospital, but he was being checked by our medical doctor. And because there was supposedly a hematoma and we saw his physical condition, so we asked for an ambulance, Senator Pia and I, and he is in a private hospital now. I'm covering personally his expenses because his medical card in the Senate would not cover the private doctors and consultations expense, the CT scan and all that. And because there is a supposed hematoma, and it's not just, I thought there was just going to be a checkup, but there was a need for a minimum of 3 days stay to check his condition because it's not as simple as that could have been dealt with in a medical clinic. All I can say was we were shocked. Senator Pia would probably be able to explain this. I could not explain how that actually could happen at the gates of the Senate. It's something you see in the movies. It's shocking. When Senator Subidi said, baka makipagsuntukan siya, I don't think you meant that literally. You meant it figuratively to show your outrage, to show, yes, no, I would like to, because we're not supposed, dapat hindi nagsusuntukan dito, di ba? Pero when I asked also the other OSAA this morning, why did you not come to his rescue? Because the video that Senator Pia showed me was Terence Lim on the ground being mauled by big, burly men and people watching him. So I asked, ba't hindi niyo tunulungan? I cannot give it the details for a fact. The spot report will explain why. They told me what happened. I cannot put it on record unless I have first-hand knowledge. But it shocked me when the OSAA gave me the information today. I don't want to say it because I don't have first-hand knowledge. The spot report will explain. All I can say is that on the humanitarian side, we brought him through ambulance. And my staff, I thank her. I have a caregiver, nurse ba siya, yung isang staff na pinasamahan ko. hanggang midnight magkasama hanggang dumating yung asawa. And then maybe Senator Pia can explain that further. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President,
Former Senate President Soto.
thank you. Mr. President, may I be allowed to lay to rest this particular issue as far as I'm concerned? Because I have been mentioned in media by members of the Senate that as Senate President daw, pinayagan ko daw yung word na ginamit is pinayagan ko daw yung NBI na pumasok dito. May sinasabi nagpakain pa, yung mga ganon. Let the records, speak for itself. Ito muna sa akin, Mr. President. Early in the morning, an NBI representative came to see me and told me they have a warrant of arrest for Senator De La Rosa. I said, simply, I said, coordinate with OSA. As simple as that. Why? I didn't realize that he was coming. I didn't know that he was going to be there in the afternoon. I just thought it was a simple information given the Senate President that a member of the Senate was being issued a warrant of arrest. It was simple as that. Yeah. Kaya, hindi pa pwede, little did I know that, Senator De La Rosa, after 7 months of not being here, will suddenly come. Kaya, ganun kasimple lang yung sinabi ko. Coordinate with the OSA. So, put that to rest. Baka ang iniisip kasi, ang narinig ko, sa intindi ko, pati ang tanong ng media sa akin, pinayagan ko lang lahat yan nangyari na yan. Kung saan sinasabi ganun eh. If I had known that he was coming, if you informed me that he was coming, I would have had a different perspective. Like what happened with the CIDG when they issued a subpoena to Senator De La Rosa's office. Simple. Walang issue, walang problema. Pinadala lang. Ganun lang sana, Mr. President. I would not be remiss of anything. And definitely, I will not be guilty of obstruction of justice. Like, for example, in the case of Senator Trillanes, I was majority leader. And when he was holed up in his office for, I think, about 1, 2 days, 3 days. But when he was issued and he was showed the warrant of arrest, sumama siya. Binasahan siya ron mismo sa opisina niya. In the case of Senator De Lima, when the warrant of arrest came and she was here, ang pinakiusap lang niya, doon sa bahay siya arestuhin para kumahanda siya ng damit at makapagpaalam. Ganun lang eh. Dito naman sa Senate, alam naman natin yan. Oh, by the way, when I said, coordinate with this OSAA, they know the rules. Yung pa ang binanggit ko. Exact wording ko yun, Mr. President. For the record, so that we can put this to rest already. Makapagtrabaho na tayo, kasaan na pupunta usapan.
Yeah, for clarity, former Senate President, one, I asking for a report, but I remember Senator De Lima stayed in her room for a few days before that. No, so the way that they're saying that surrendered right away is she was allowed to exhaust remedy. Now, as Senator Pia, Senator Lawrence, Senator Aimee, and Mark Villar were in the room with me, it was the NBI director who said, pinayagan kami ni Senator Soto, alam niya nga arestuhin namin. Kami ba iikot sa loob at mapapasok ba namin lahat ng tao? So I corrected him. I said, kung
Hindi ganun
pinayagan
ang
man kayo, they're my witnesses, I'm just Senate President. So ang sinabi ko sa kanila, assuming pinayagan kayo ni Senator Soto, hindi naman siguro siya pumayag makipaghabulan kayo, di ba? So yun ang sinabi. And sabi namin, ang sagot nga niya, sir, nakita niyo nung umabot na sa loob ng session hall, hindi na namin hinabol. So sabi ko, that doesn't make it less problematic. That means you have to stop, no? So, Senator Pia, you were there, so please feel free to speak.
For full disclosure, I asked him after it was established na nakipaghabulan hanggang dito. So sabi niya, ni NBI Director, sabi ko sa kanila, wag silang papasok sa session hall. Sabi ko, so ang instructions nyo is hanggang lang makapasok, hanggang dun lang sa pinto bago mag-session hall, hahabulin nyo? And then, medyo hindi niya na sinagot yun. So, that's what is the logical conclusion na hanggang tumungtong sa session hall, habulin nyo, gawin nyo, because I asked, what is your objective? Na i-serve yung warrant? Yes. So, may kasamang habulan. And basically, the answer seems to be yes.
And
He did say yes, but
And Major
wasn't
General
no.
Samonte said that at 2 p.m., the warrant of arrest was shown to former Senate President in the presence of undersigned, but copies were not allowed to be distributed. But consistent with the Senate President said, earlier this morning, NBI Chief Attorney Dongalo paid a call to the undersigned to coordinate an arrest order. As per agreement, the supposedly arrest should be effected when the warrant of arrest is presented as guidance of the former Senate President Vicente Soto. On or about 2 p.m., the warrant of arrest was shown to the former Senate President, the President undersigned, but copies were not allowed. So in the report kasi po, sir, ni Sergeant at Arms, the arrest was coordinated, not just the arrest warrant. That's why maybe the media, this was submitted during the session. Yes, but I clarified that I do not believe that the actual manner. So there are two issues, no? Was it coordinated, which they're saying that they're disputing that. Secondly, the manner in which they carried out the order. Senator,
Mr. President, just to put on record, the parliamentary status is that Senator Padilla made a manifestation and he is about to be interpellated by Senator Marcoleta. And so we thank the gentleman for allowing our colleagues to interject. But before we say something, Mr. President, I just wanted to add to what our colleagues mentioned dahil yung mga osaan natin na nagpapakamatay for the Senate institution, Mr. President, pakita natin sa kanila, Mr. President, that we are all out in defending them. Ako po, Mr. President, nandun mismo ako doon sa Senate clinic nung dinala yung OSAA personnel natin. Mr. President, bugbog sarado siya. Dito sa video, kuha mismo ng staff ko, Mr. President, kinukuha, sinakay, pinilit isakay doon sa sasakyan. Tapos umalis. Ito, duguan na po yung ating Senate OSAA. Kaya yung totoo yung sinabi ni Senator Migs, nakausap ko si Senator JB, nakausap ko si Senator Robin, nakausap ko si Senator Jinggoy, lahat po kami talagang nagpanting ho yung tenga namin dahil, Mr. President, ito yung tao ho natin to mga kasamahan natin na nagbabantay at ginagawa lang yung trabaho. Yun pong individual na ito, Mr. President, kakaisang buwan pa lang po niya dito sa Senado. Kakatapos lang ng training niya to be part of OSAA. And yet, Mr. President, ito yung naranasan po niya sa Senate premises, Mr. President. Kaya hindi lang po yung medical treatment ang aming hinihiling, Mr. President, pati ho legal, Mr. President, ibigay natin what we can do. Because, Mr. President, kung walang magpa-file ng kaso sa mga ito, ako mismo maglilid to file cases against these people, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President, and may we now recognize Senator Rodante Marcoleta for his interpellation. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
may I just state, Senator Padilla, so all of this is preliminary. An investigation is going on administratively, but I urge the Committee on Rules to take charge so that we can get all of the facts, because apparently, even with just 24 senators, history repeats itself. I mean, there's been several senators arrested, attempted to be done here, and that's historical. Even during the first parliament, ginagawa ng mga hari reyna yan, hinaharas minsan, or minsan legitimate. So anyway, thank you for bringing it up, and you have the floor, Senator Padilla.
Ginoong Pangulo, gusto ko lamang pong ibalita sa ating mga kasama na naging maganda po ang responde ng Commission on Human Rights, sapagkat kaninang umaga po nakipagpulong sila sa atin at nakipagpulong po sila sa USAA at kay Senator Bato de la Rosa patungkol po sa nangyari na karahasan at pang-aabuso sa karapatang pantao ng ating mga kasama dito sa Senado. Pangalawa, gusto ko lamang din pong iparating sa ating mga taong bayan na magkakaiba po ang kaso ni Senator Trillanes at Senator De Lima sa kaso po ni Senator Bato. Dahil si Senator Bato, ang warrant po niya ay hindi galing sa Pilipinas. Ang warrant po niyan ay galing sa ibang bansa, sa isang dayuhang korte. Ito po ay malayo doon sa usapin na sila ang kustodiya po ni Senator De Lima at ni Senator Trillanes dito lang sa Pilipinas. Ito pong mangyayari kay Senator Bato ay dadalhin po sa ibang bansa. Medyo yung po pag-isipan nating mabuti. Dapat bang mangyari muli ang nangyari kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte? Dapat bang mangyari pa yan muli sa isang Pilipino? Yun lamang po, sana alam natin ang pagkakaiba ng warrant galing sa Pilipinas at warrant sa isang korte lang ng ibang bansa. Yun po, maraming salamat po.
Point of order, Mr. President. Point of order, Mr.
We were going to
Point of
recognize Senator Marcoleta, but this is a point of order,
Yes.
so we recognize
Yes,
Senator
Mr.
Pangilinan.
President, my understanding is this matter was already referred to the Committee on Rules. And any on all such manifestations should have been referred to the Committee on Rules.
Senator Pangilinan, Senator Lacson gave several privileged speech, even if the matter was already referred to the
Well,
committee
well,
report.
I understand, Mr.
As a matter of tradition,
I understand, Mr.
we allow that.
Ginoong Pangulo, nilabas yung warrant of arrest kagabi lang, tapos na tayo dito.
Yeah.
I
Yes, that's why
understand.
this.
Na sinabi po na yung warrant of arrest ay tunay.
I understand, Mr. President, and therefore I'm appealing that perhaps this matter should be tackled in the committee rather than in this in plenary, so that we can address other concerns, Mr. President.
The appeal-
And
the
for the
appeal-
record,
Pa- paano natin pag-uusapan
And-
yung ibang...
And for the record, Mr. President, I still have the floor. And for the record, Mr. President, we voted against resolution number 44. So to say that we have this resolution, yes, but there are senators who voted against it, and therefore it is not necessarily our agreement with the points being raised by the good senator from Camarines Norte.
For the record, Senator Padilla did mention a while ago that he doesn't take it against, and he acknowledges that some senators voted against it, and it's on the record. Having said that, the appeal is noted, but I just like to mention that we usually give each other leeway depending on the importance of the matter, and the threat to Senator Bato is live. There's been no official communication that he is free until a Philippine court issues a warrant of arrest. No? So I ask the patience of each member, but acknowledge the statement and the interpretation, the proper interpretation of the rules by Senator Pangilinan. So you
May we ask
proceed,
Senator Marcoleta, Mr. President?
Yes, Senator Marcoleta,
He's
you're
been
now
waiting for
recognized.
quite a while.
Salamat po, Mr. President. Kahapon pa po ako naghihintay. Ang dami na po kasing nagsalita. Sana po kung sino naman yung nauna na nagsabi, pakiunan nyo naman po. Sa akin lang po, nagpo-point of order po tayo, pero tayo rin naman po nagbabiolate ng ating patakaran. Nangyari po kasi yung nangyari kahapon, Mr. President, sa unang kasaysayan, sa kasaysayan ng institusyong ito. Nakita ko po, Mr. President, kung paano ginawa ng mga NBI yung ating pasukan. Gumawa po sila ng checkpoint. Sa akin pong palagay, magmula po nung panahon ng Philippine Assembly, hanggang ngayon, wala pa pong nangyaring gano'n. Dahil po sa respeto sa tatlong dakilang nagkakahating bahagi ng ating pamahalaan, ang executive, legislative, at saka yung judiciary. Ngayon lamang po nagkaroon ng ganitong insidente kung paano niyurakan ang dangal ng institusyon na tayo pa po ang naririto. Mr. President, gusto ko po sanang magtanong ng ilang mga bagay sa ating kasama sa kanyang mga tinuran na pangyayari kaugnay po
ng tangkang paghuli kay Senator Bato.
Yun ang Pangulo, mas maganda pong makatanggap tayo ng mga katanungan sa ating kasamang kahapon pa nag-aantay.
Salamat po, Mr. President.
Please proceed unless you want to postpone that till tomorrow.
Mr. President, Your Honor, kanina po ay marami rin pong gustong magtanong sa akin ng mga miyembro ng press. Bagamat tinangka ko po na wag munang umarap sa kanila dahil minsan po, imbes na makapag-clarify ka, lalo pong dumadami po ang mga issues. Kaya ako na pong nagpilit na parang iniiwasan ko na po. Kaya lang, hindi mo po maiwasan. Sa dami po nila, talagang hahabulin ka po eh. Ang una po nilang tanong sa akin, Sir, ipa-aresto niyo po ba si Senator Bato? So sagot ko po, Mr. President, tanong din. Ikaw, kayo, gusto niyo ipa-aresto? Ang sagot sa akin, hindi po, kayong tinatanong namin kasi kayo po ang nandito. Eh. Hindi, tinatanong ka rin kita kasi Pilipino ka. Gusto mo bang makita ang isang senador na ibinoto ng sambayanang Pilipino? Aaresto yun sa loob mismo ng Senado? Hindi po. Okay, kung ikaw hindi, di lalo na ako. Kayo po ba'y na-interview rin ng ganun?
Opo.
Sir President? Your Honor.
Nakakagulat po sapagkat ako po din mismo, mahal na kasama at idolo namin, Senator Marcoleta. Nagtataka din po ako sapagkat marami po sa mga tanong sa ating ibinabato. Parang tayo pa ay may kasalanan sa pagbibigay natin ng masasabing lugar sa ating kasama dito sa Senado. Samantalang meron naman po tayong adopted resolution number 44. Ako po'y nagtataka talaga bakit ang mga tanong ay para bang tayo ay harboring kagad ng kriminal.
Ginoong Pangulo, Your Honor, yung nangyari po kahapon, mas naniniwala po ako sa dating Pangulo natin, Senator Soto, sa kanyang sinabi. Nung tinanong ko po siya kahapon, habang nagmimerienda po tayo, nung tayo nakasuspindi pa, sabi ko, Mr. SP, nung pinuntahan ka ba ng NBI, pinakita sa'yo yung warrant of arrest? Nakita mo ba? Hindi, sabi niya. Ako po naniniwala na talagang hindi nila ipinakita yung warrant of arrest sa ating dating Pangulo ng Senado. Ang ating pong miyembro ng press, Mr. President, mahilig lang silang tanong ng tanong eh. Pero yung basic yun ang ayaw nilang tanungin eh. Halimbawa si Trillanes, winawagayway niya, ito ay kayong warrant of... Ayaw man lang... Bakit hindi nila suriin? Pwede po bang makakuha ng kopya niyan? Kasi po kahapon, Sir President, Your Honor, nung makausap natin ng NBI Director, pwede mo ba kaming bigyan ng kopya ng warrant of arrest? Pwede mo rin ba kaming bigyan ng communication between the ICC and the Interpol? Sapagkat ang Interpol, ang karaniwang ginagamit po nila para i-execute yung warrant ng kanilang in-issue. Yun namang Interpol, gagamitin po niya yung counterpart dito sa ating bansa, ito po yung PCTC. So sabi ko, bigyan mo rin kami ng communication mula sa Interpol papunta sa PCTC. At mula sa PCTC, meron silang sulat din sa inyo at kayo nga ang dineputize para iserve yung warrant of arrest kay Senator Bato. Maliwanag po yung sagot niya, Mr. President, Your Honor. Opo. Gusto ko po sanang itanong, Mr. President, kung nag-comply na yung NBI Director na yung ating hinihingi ng mga communications para mapagtibay natin kung talagang meron ngang in-issue, kung totoo nga po na merong warrant of arrest at hindi lang ginawa sa Claro M. Recto, para po lahat ay guided.
Yes.
Naibigay na po ba?
So number one, Senator Marcoleta, I apologize to you. You were present, and in fact, you made very good points to the NBI director. Number two, tama po kayo. He promised to officially communicate the warrant, and I told him he is welcome to serve the warrant. The issue is the actual arrest. So I asked my staff as to my office, wala. To our secretariat, may na-receive ba tayo from the NBI? Wala pa.
So,
Yeah, wala pa.
Mr. President, Your Honor, doon lamang po sa simpleng requirement natin, dahil nung gabing yun, ang sabi niya, hindi lang niya dala, nasa sasakyan niya. So hindi na natin siya pinilit, dahil yung sasakyan niya nasa labas. Pero, Mr. President, Your Honor, alas 5 na po eh. Yung po bang mga requirements na yun, simpleng-simple po para matukoy lang natin kung talagang merong warrant of arrest. Bakit hindi po hanggang ngayon ay naibibigay ng NBI na sila pala, allegedly, ang dineputize ng kung sino-sino na iserve ang warrant of arrest sa ating kasama? Bakit po? O baka nga po wala eh. Ito yung pinaka-problema. Ang dami pong kumakalat na issue sa labas, tinatago raw natin, meron pa pong nagsabi, kung sino-sino, na yung pagkup-kup daw po natin, yung ginamit natin, yung inadapt nating resolution number 44, sabi ni Trillanes, obstruction of justice. Yan po yung mga pinagsasasabi nila. Your Honor, alam niyo po ba yung statement ng Permanent Mission of the Republic of the Philippines sa United Nations noong 79 session of the UN General Assembly?
Ba, napakaganda po yan. Mas maganda po, basahin niyo po sa amin.
Kasi hindi mo pa alam, di ba?
Opo.
Salamat po, Mr. President. Ito po kasi may kaugnayan sa pinag-uusapan natin eh. Ito pong 79 session of the UN General Assembly ay may kinalaman po sa pagde-define ng scope and application of the principle of universal jurisdiction. Ito po yung naganap, Mr. President, on October 16, 2024. Kasi po, bilang tayo po ay permanent member ng United Nations, tinanong po nila yung ating posisyon. Paano ang pagkakaintindi mo sa principle kanya and application of universal jurisdiction? Ang sabi po ng Pilipinas, Mr. President, Your Honor, kami po sabi niya the general rule is that jurisdiction is territorial. Universal jurisdiction is an exception grounded on the need to preserve international order. Tama naman po yun eh. Ang pinag-uusapan po na, sinight po ng ating gobyerno, Mr. President, yung Section 17 ng Republic Act number 9551. At sinasabi po nila doon, sabi po ng ating permanent mission, Section 17 of RA number 9851 specifically provides for the Philippine jurisdiction over persons, whether military or civilian, suspected or accused of a crime defined and penalized under Republic Act 1951, regardless where the crime is committed. Sa mga tweet, tayo na po ang nagsabi sa United Nations na tayo po yung merong jurisdiction. At sinama pa nga po yung Section 18 na kung saan ang regional trial court po ang merong jurisdiction. Primary and exclusive jurisdiction. Kanina po, Mr. President, Your Honor, binanggit po ninyo, yung warrant of arrest kasi kanya galing sa korteng hindi sa domestic nanggaling. Nanggaling naman talaga raw sa ICC. Ipagpalagay na po natin, Mr. President, na totoo nga at hindi peke yung warrant of arrest. Kunwari valid. Ang sinasabi po ng ating batas, Mr. President, isasagawa mo lang ito sang-ayon or in accordance with the extradition laws and treaties obtaining in this country. Mr. President, wala po tayong extradition treaty sa ICC. For the simple reason that ICC is not a country. Wala rin po tayong treaty sapagkat nag-withdraw na po natin. Nag-withdraw na po tayo sa ICC. O paano niya po i-apply yung kanilang warrant of arrest? Ang jurisdiction po ay atin na. Mr. President, Your Honor, on May 10, 2026, ang ating kasama, Senator Bato, was served a subpoena by the CIDG for the alleged crime of EJK. Ano po ibig sabihin nun, Mr. President? Yung pag-serve po nagsubpoena, na-operationalize na po, active na po yung kaso kahit nasa investigative and prosecutorial stage pa lang. Ibig sabihin, our National Prosecution Service is already actively on the case. Paano po papasok ang ICC? The core function of the ICC, Mr. President, is under the principle of complementarity. Ibig sabihin, kung meron pong local court na gumagawa na po ng kanilang tungkulin, wala na pong pakialam ang ICC. Nang nangyari po, aktibo na pong pinupurso ang kaso, allegedly, EJK sa ating kasamahan. Papasok pa uli ang ICC. Sarili po ba nilang prinsipyo ay kanilang babaliwalain? Papayag ka pa doon, Mr. President, Your Honor?
Ay, hindi po tayo dapat pumayag. At katunayan nga po, katulad po ng sinasabi ng ating ibang kasama na ito daw ating pinag-uusapan, ay wala daw itong kwenta. Eh napaka-imposible po nun. Sapagkat itong ating pinag-uusapan, katulad po ng sinasabi ninyo, ay soberenya ito ng Pilipinas. Kung sa paniwala po nila, ay hindi. Pero sa paniwala po natin, sayang yung bandila na yan kung tayo po ay magpapasakop sa isang korte lamang na hindi naman isang bansa at uutusan tayo na isuko ang isang senador sa kanila.
Salamat po sa inyong sagot, Mr. President, Your Honor. At nung tinangka po nila na mag-serve daw ng di umano ay warrant of arrest, Mr. President, eh bakit po ang nagsisilbing process server ay si Antonio Trillanes?
Sheriff po siya ngayon yata ng ICC.
Meron po ba kayong impormasyon na si po ay naglilingkod na sa ICC o sa Interpol, Mr. President, Your Honor?
Ay siguro po, action speaks louder. May dala po siyang warrant, so sheriff.
Kung totoo na meron siyang dalang warrant.
Yun po. Opo, pag napatunayan po na yun ay warrant of arrest, sheriff na po siya.
Kailangan pong malaman natin kung siya ay process server, sheriff, o deputized officer ng ICC o ng Interpol. At kailangan tawagin din po natin, Mr. President, ang representasyon ng Philippine Center for Transnational Crimes sapagkat sila po yung counterpart ng Interpol. Pagka po binaypass nila yung opisina na yun, maliwanag na maliwanag po, peki po yung warrant of arrest, Mr. President. At peki din po yung nagseserve ng warrant of arrest. Naniniwala po ba kayo?
Hanggat hindi po natin nakikita ang kopya na yan, eh, lumalabas po na peki yan.
Mr. President, Your Honor, alam niyo po ba yung bilateral immunity agreement sa pagitan ng United States of America at ng ating bansa?
Alam ko po yan, nasa Quran po yan.
Nasaan po?
Nasa Quran po.
Ang binabanggit ko po ay ang nasa paragraph 2 ng bilateral immunity agreement.
Kaya ako po sinabi na sa Quran, dahil ang sabi po sa Quran, kapag yung bagay na hindi mo alam, itanong mo sa nakakaalam. Pakisabi po. Opo.
Hindi po, tinatanong ko lang naman po kung alam ninyo kasi kung alam na ninyo, hindi na po ako magtatanong.
Di po, kaya ipaalam nyo na po sa amin.
Ayan. Mr. President, ito pong sinasabi kong ito, may kinalaman na naman po kasi. Malaking kinalaman sa ating pinag-uusapan ngayon. Dito po kasi sa paragraph 2 nitong bilateral immunity agreement na ito, na ginawa noong May 13, 2003, minsan po itawagin ito na non-surrender agreement. Sinasabi po rito na ang isang citizen ng isang partido, ibig sabihin ng Amerika, na nandito sa ating bansa, ay hindi mo pwedeng isurrender o i-transfer by means o sa isang international tribunal for any purpose unless such tribunal has been established by the United Nations Security Council. Ano po ang ibig sabihin nun, Mr. President, Your Honor? Yung ICC po kasi, hindi po established international tribunal ng UN Security Council. Kaya nga po, kung mapapansin nyo, Mr. President, Your Honor, ang Amerika at saka ang Russia, hindi partido ng ICC. Wala silang, ayaw nila yan. Kinamumuhian nila yan. Dito po sa agreement na ito, tayo po, ang bansa natin, may katungkulan na hindi niya isusurrender ang isang Amerikano. Militar man yan, civilian, o no, nang walang consent yung Amerika. Ano po yung ironical implication nito, Mr. President? Tayo po pumayag sa pagitan ng kasunduang ito na ipagmamalasakit natin ang isang Amerikano na nandito sa ating bansa, hindi siya pwedeng i-transfer o surrender sa ICC sapagkat yan ay hindi recognized ng UN Security Council. Pero tayo, senador, Pilipino, meron siyang mandato sa ating mga mamamayan. Hindi pa kabalintunaan ito, Mr. President, Your Honor?
Opo. Tama po kayo. Yan po ay ibinoto po yan ng taong bayan. Katulad po ni Senator Bato. 20 million po ang bumoto dyan.
Kaya ko lang po tinatanong, Mr. President, hindi ko po lubos na maisip, tayo pala kaya nating ipagtanggol ang hindi isang Pilipino, kahit hindi Pilipino, dahil lamang nakipagkasunduan tayo. Pero sarili nating kapwa Pilipino, may mandato sapagkat nagsisilbing senador ng ating bansa. Hindi natin kayang ipagtanggol. Ito po yung irony na napakahirap siguro natanggapin ng bawat isang Pilipino. Tama po kayo eh. Ang warrant of arrest po ay galing sa ICC. Ang kaso po ni Senator Trillanes ay iba sapagkat ang nag-issue ng warrant of arrest ay sarili nating korte na kailangang igalang. Ganon din po ang warrant of arrest na inisyo kay dating Senador Laila de Lima. Pero ito'y natatangi po eh. Kung totoo po na yun, ay talagang totoong warrant of arrest. At yun ay nakabase sa saligan mismo ang Rome Statute. Bakit hindi muna nila unang basahin, Mr. President, yung Article 59 ng Rome Statute, na kung saan sinasabi ron, yung aarestuhin mong tao, kailangan madaliin mong ilagak sa isang competent judicial authority ng custodial state. Ano ang custodial state? Yung ating bansa. Bakit po kailangan yon? Maski ang ICC, kinikilala niya yun. Dahil meron pong mga prosesong dapat na mapagtibay. Una, kailangan malaman natin kung yung warrant of arrest applicable doon sa tao na yun. Dito lang, sa pinag-uusapan natin, hindi applicable kay Senator Bato. So meron siyang recourse para questionin yung warrant of arrest. Kaya importante na ilagak mo siya sa isang competent judicial authority. Ang isa pang kinakailangan mong maisaalang-alang doon, Mr. President, Your Honor, ay kailangan yung proseso ay naigalang lahat. At lalong-lalo na yung kanyang karapatan ay talagang nasino. Yun po yung inihingi nun eh. At ang isa pa po, meron siyang karapatan na magpetisyon kung sakaling yung custodial state na yon ay i-detain yung naaresto, na magpetisyon ng immediate release or provisional release. Lahat ng ito ay hindi magagawa, Mr. President, Your Honor, kung kikilalanin natin yung warrant of arrest na valid sa ating jurisdiction. Meron po siyang katapat na batas eh. Meron tayong local na batas, RA 9851, na humahatol at nagbibigay parusa sa mga ganun ding mga kasalanan na siya din naman ang nililitis ng ICC. So sa prinsipyo po ng complementarity, Mr. President, maliwanag na maliwanag po na nasa jurisdiction na po ng ating lokal na mga hukuman ang pag-aasunto kung meron ng basihan sa ating kasama. Hindi na dapat kilalanin yung ICC sapagkat ang batayan lang nila ay yung tinatawag na principle of complementarity. Malinaw po na nangunguna po, may primary po jurisdiction ang ating lokal na korte. Exclusive and primary jurisdiction, yun po importante. Ngayon, yung pong mga nagkukunwa na process server, nagkukunwa na sheriff, nagkukunwa kung ano man sila ng ICC, kung bayaran sila o hindi, dapat po tingnan muna nila lahat yung mga bagay na pinag-uusapan natin. Bago nila puntahan ang isang institusyon katulad nito, nahahabulin pa yung isa sa atin. Ang pangyayari po kahapon, uulitin po natin, Mr. President, kailanman po ay hindi nangyari sa kasaysayan ng institusyong ito. Tinanong ko pa nga po kahapon sa ating director ng NBI dahil pinipilit niya. Kaya po nung papunta na, kung makakapasok po si Senator Bato sa session hall, ay wag nyo na siyang tutugisin. Para bang ang parte lamang ng Senado, Mr. President, ay itong session hall. So nung tinanong ko, bakit po yung parking area namin na kung saan nagsimula ang habulan? At saka yung mga hagdanan ay hindi ba parte ng institusyong ito? Sir, sabi niya, hindi naman po kami magiging ganito kung hindi po kami nakipag-coordinate. Hindi po ako naniniwalang nakipag-coordinate sila ng totohanan, Mr. President. Mas naniniwala po ako sa ating former President na hindi niya papayagan kung alam lamang niya ang kanilang balak na pagdakip at pamamaraan ng pag-iinsulto sa bulwagang ito, Mr. President. Maraming salamat po, Your Honor.
Maraming salamat po, Madam President. Madam President. Opo.
Senator Padilla, please proceed. Yes.
Opo. Meron lang po akong mga konting katanungan sa inyo. Sapagkat gusto ko po sanang ireklamo si Senator Pangilinan sa pagsigaw. Meron po ba siya rules natin na sinasabing pwede mong sigawan ng kapwa mo senador?
Narinig ko yung malakas na boses ni Senator Kiko Pangilinan.
Mis-
Alam ko na si Senator Pangilinan ay dating galing sa broadcasting, baka nag-modulate. Maari po ba tayo'y mag-suspend muna para pag-usapan yung malakas na boses at wari
Mr.
pagsigaw ni Senator
iba ang
excuse me,
Pangilinan?
nasa akin
President,
po
iba
yung
ang
floor.
usapin.
Senator Padilla has
excuse
the
me.
floor. The chair is answering the question of Senator Padilla. Session is suspended.